everybody. Welcome back. Before we dive into today's stories, I wanted to take a moment and apologize. In my last video, I made a total rookie mistake. I somehow unintentionally turned off the comments. I know. I have no idea how I did it. It was a complete blunder, and I apologize for any frustration or confusion it caused, especially because I was asking over and over for comments. Your comments are a vital part of every video, and they do provide such valuable feedback, engagement, and interaction. I want to assure you all that this really was a noob mistake. I'm still learning the ins and outs of YouTube. And, from time to time, I may make these little slip ups along the way, but I promise I will learn as we go. Now, in order to make it up to you, I have a proposition. I want your feedback, suggestions, and comments right here, right now. In the comments section below, let me know everything you think about episode 1, what you'd like to see in the future, and any ideas that you have. And here's the exciting part. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll start doing my videos live. That's right, no more pre-recorded stuff. We'll have real-time interaction, live Q&A, immediate responses, and all the fun you can handle. And I promise that I will not stream live during any trials or when any of our favorite YouTube channels are streaming. So remember, I'm going to need your support to make it happen. You guys are the backbone of this channel, and your contribution is invaluable. I am committed to improving and delivering the best content possible. Let's go ahead and move forward together. Don't forget to comment down below, and let's get to our goal of 1,000 subscribers so we can start doing these videos live and take this channel to a whole new level. So let's dive into today's video. First, we're going to be talking about a shocking incident that unfolded in Orange County, California on August 3rd, 2023. We're going to talk about the disturbing events surrounding a prominent figure in the justice system, 72-year-old Judge Jeffrey Ferguson. On August 3rd, Judge Jeffrey Ferguson, known for a distinguished career in the courtroom since 2011, is now at the center of a murder investigation. It's alleged that the judge shot his wife, Sarah Ferguson, in their suburban home. After shooting his wife, the judge texted his courtroom clerk and his bailiff, letting them know he shot and killed his wife, and then apologized, letting them know he would not be in court the following day. When it happened and law enforcement arrived, they found Judge Jeffrey Ferguson in a highly agitated state. He immediately surrendered himself and confessed to shooting his wife. He claimed it was an accident and that he was extremely intoxicated. As of now, we're only left wondering whether or not this incident was solely the result of professional stressors, intoxication, or a combination of the both. In the meantime, Judge Ferguson has pled not guilty, and he has posted a $1 million bond. As the legal proceedings continue to unfold and more pieces of the puzzle come to light, I will continue to bring the evidence to you, dig deeper, and unravel the complex nuances behind the actions of Judge Jeffrey Ferguson. Next up is a prominent figure in Garfield County, Texas, and this is Judge Brian Lavelle. Strap in, folks. This one is crazy. Before we delve into the incident, let's take a moment to introduce you to Judge Brian Lavelle. He's known for his prominent position in Garfield County, Texas. Lavelle was a well-respected figure in the county's judiciary system. His reputation seemed impeccable for decades until recently when a startling series of events began unfolding. Picture this. It's a seemingly regular day in the heart of Austin, Texas. Traffic is bustling, horns are beeping, and suddenly chaos erupts. Judge Lavelle found himself caught up in a heated road rage incident that involved multiple vehicles and continued to escalate. Witnesses claim his usually cool demeanor took a terrifying turn for the worse. Judge Lavelle started shouting from his car and then quickly escalated from there. He was acting aggressive, tailgating cars, swerving in and out of lanes. They said it was like a out-of-control roller coaster or crazy movie. Unfortunately, the story doesn't end there. Judge Lavelle's road rage took an unthinkable turn when he allegedly began shooting at vehicles. Yes, shooting at vehicles. Not just one vehicle, multiple vehicles. Panic ensued as motorists realized they were in the line of fire. One of the law enforcement officers on the scene said that they received multiple frantic calls reporting gunshots along the highway. And when they arrived at the scene, vehicles were damaged, people were injured, and their priority was to ensure everyone's safety and apprehend the shooter. As they were closing in, the judge was seen by the officers rear-ending another vehicle, backing up and intentionally hitting that car again in an effort to push the car into oncoming traffic. After the September 11th road rage incident in Austin, Texas, Judge Lavelle claimed he had no memory of the shooting or anything regarding the road rage incident. But As investigations have continued to unfold, even more shocking details have begun to emerge. The Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation, or OSBI, has been looking at Judge Lavelle because of a drive-by shooting at his brother-in-law's ranch near Bison, Oklahoma, that happened on February 12th. Austin police reportedly recovered 340 caliber shell casings after the September 11th road rage shooting. The Garfield County Sheriff's Office reportedly recovered a bullet and 5 40 caliber shell casings after the February 12th shooting. On a November 1st search warrant affidavit, OSBI Special Agent Kevin Woodward indicated that the spent casings out of Bison matched the spent casings in Austin, Texas. The OSBI agent also included information in the affidavit that cell phone data shows Judge Lavelle was in the area of his church in Enid at 10 a.m. February 12th, which was a Sunday. The data from the cell phone shows he then headed to another area where several restaurants are located and then later headed to Wacomas where he lived. The shooting at the ranch was just before 3:30 in the afternoon, and the ranch is about 7 miles from Wacomas. Other information regarding the search warrants was filed by defense attorney Stephen Jones, who has actually been representing Judge Lavelle in the Oklahoma investigation for over 3 weeks. The attorney noted the records show that OSBI has found no proof that the judge's cell phone was around his brother-in-law's ranch at the time of the shooting. And the judge's statement that he was in church on that Sunday was also confirmed. About the shell casings, his attorney said that perhaps other experts would have a different opinion. Lavelle became an associate district judge in January after running for the position unopposed. He'd been a special judge in Garfield County before that since 2011. He has not heard any cases and agreed not to hear any cases after the September 11th arrest, but he is free on bond. He's facing misdemeanor reckless driving charges in Texas and could face felony indictments once a grand jury hears evidence about the September 11th shooting. Lavelle told Austin police detectives he didn't know why he would have shot his gun, and again, he could not recall any part of the shooting incident. The brother-in-law, Kenneth Marks, was not home at the time of the drive-by shooting that occurred in Oklahoma, but his son was. The son, Joseph Marks, said that a male inside a white car started shooting from the road while driving by the residence. The son, Joseph Marks, also said that he was almost struck when the first bullet hit the window where he was standing. We will continue to discuss this case as it unfolds as well. But now we're going to move on to our last case, which is really the craziest case. And we're going to be staying in Oklahoma. And we're going to be talking about the most outrageous case that I've heard that has gotten a little bit of attention, but not quite enough attention. Judge Tracy Soderstrom is overseeing this trial. The case involves a 32-year-old named Christian Tyler Martzall, who is accused of beating Judith Danker's 2-year-old son, Braxton Danker, to death. Prosecutors have said that he either participated in the boy's abuse or failed to prevent it from happening. Before the trial began, Judith Danker pleaded guilty to enabling child abuse and was sentenced to 25 years. That's why she's wearing orange. Footage from a ceiling security camera pointed above the judge's bench shows Judge Soderstrom repeatedly checking her cell phone. According to the documents filed against her, the judge used her phone throughout the jury selection, opening statements, and witness testimony. The Chief Justice of Oklahoma Supreme Court, Chief Justice John Kane IV, filed a petition seeking to have Judge Soderstrom removed from the bench and barred from ever sitting as a judge in Oklahoma. This petition was filed after the video you're watching was leaked to the press. Judge Tracy Soderstrom was sworn in on January 9th of this year after being elected last November. After this video surfaced, an investigation by the Oklahoma Supreme Court Council on Judicial Complaints found District Judge Tracy Soderstrom exchanged more than 500 texts with her courtroom bailiff during this trial. At one point, you can see Judge Soderstrom checking her cell phone during tearful testimony from Judith Danker. The footage also shows Soderstrom checking Facebook and searching and sending a GIF. According to the ethics petition, Judge Soderstrom and the bailiff mocked the physical appearance of attorneys, jurors, and witnesses, used offensive language to deride prosecutors, disparaged the local defense bar, and expressed bias in favor of the defendant. There were also other incidents that are alleged in the petition. It also includes an incident where Soderstrom asked male lawyers to pose for photos in hot pink chairs in her chambers. Those photos were then displayed in her outer chambers, and none pictured a woman. Once the ethics committee got a hold of it, she then attempted to manufacture pictures of women and claim that they were taken before, at the same time, the male pictures were taken. The petition also says that Soderstrom made inappropriate comments on Facebook, solicited donations with her judicial Facebook account in violation of Oklahoma law, screamed at a court services coordinator, and made misleading statements to the Oklahoma Council on Judicial Complaints. She's been suspended with pay pending the outcome of the hearing by the court on the judiciary, which will determine whether to remove her from the bench. In text messages, the judge and the bailiff discussed which jury instructions would best fit their desired outcome. Soderstrom granted a request for an instruction on second-degree manslaughter, which had a sentence of 2 to 4 years in prison. The petition also alleges that Soderstrom refused to rule on an objection to prosecution plans to call a doctor as an expert witness before jurors were sworn in, and then barred the expert after a later hearing. The district attorney had sought a ruling before the swearing in of the jurors in order to preserve the state's right to appeal the issue. When a police officer took the stand, Soderstrom texted, "He's pretty. I could look at him all day." She and the bailiff also discussed whether a juror was wearing a wig, whether a witness had teeth, and whether a witness was blinking uncontrollably. Soderstrom commented in a text that the district attorney was sweating through his coat during voir dire. The bailiff replied that the district attorney is gross and a horrible speaker. Soderstrom also texted that a prosecutor looks constipated and is that the OS expletive? Look, Soderstrom commented in a text that jurors were going to hate the assistant district attorney, leading the bailiff to respond that he is an arrogant ass. In response to that text, the bailiff responded by making a crass and demeaning reference to the prosecuting attorney's genitals. Soderstrom then replied with a ha-ha icon. Soderstrom referred to the district attorney as having baby hands in a text and said they were weird looking. The bailiff responded by saying, "I was told they were tiny, lol." In reference to the district attorney's office, Soderstrom said in a text, "They're not used to going up against competent attorneys." According to the petition, the comment was implicitly dismissing the capabilities of the state's attorneys and the defense bar. Soderstrom also texted, "State just couldn't accept that a mom could kill their kid, so they went after the next person available." Soderstrom also texted, "Can I please scream liar, liar," during the mother's testimony. Soderstrom called the defense lawyer awesome in a text when the lawyer addressed jurors during voir dire. Soderstrom's text also included comments referencing a police officer witness who she testified she could look at him all day. The petition filed against her goes back to the second day she was on the bench, and it indicates that the pattern of conduct displays Soderstrom's gross neglect of duty, gross partiality, and oppression. The conduct further demonstrates Soderstrom's lack of temperament to serve as a judge. Because the Chief Justice of the Oklahoma Supreme Court is bringing these charges, it seems pretty clear that at least there's a belief that she affected the outcome of the case. I mean, after all, a judge is not supposed to put their finger on the scale for one side or the other. Christian Tyler Marzal was eventually convicted of second-degree manslaughter in the 2018 death of Braxton Danker, the son of Judith Danker. Because he had been in prison for 5 years already, he was sentenced to time served. Regardless of how her actions may have allegedly impacted the case, the man convicted of second-degree manslaughter, Christian Marzal, cannot face another trial because doing otherwise would constitute double jeopardy. Now, after the trial, when the security footage of her texting was leaked to the media, Soderstrom asked for the camera to be moved away. It was eventually put back, but then there were privacy black boxes put up over her desk instead. Eventually, those were removed. Online court records show that on October 30th, the judge submitted her response to the removal petition. According to the documents, Judge Soderstrom said when the security camera was initially removed, she was not aware of any publicity regarding the alleged texting until the Lincoln County Sheriff advised her he had provided the security camera footage to the district attorney, who then leaked the footage to a reporter. Also in her response file, Soderstrom admitted to posting on Facebook about her bloopers in the courtroom. In one post, she allegedly wrote about her first domestic docket, writing, "Finally, a subject I can completely understand and can't possibly screw up." When questioned by the Council on Judicial Complaints, Soderstrom said her texting probably could have waited, rather than realizing the comments should have never been made. She said she thought, "Oh, that's funny, move on." The judge's attorney has indicated that Judge Soderstrom has taken these allegations very seriously. The Oklahoma Court on the Judiciary will hear the ethics case. And of course, I'll keep you updated on this story as well as the others as they continue to develop. All right, everybody, that wraps it up. Thanks so much for stopping by and checking this video out. I will be back with episode 3 very soon. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure that you click the notification bell so you don't miss any updates on these cases. Until next time, I'll see you in court.
Lights are shining bright. My friends are in the club. We'll go all night. I see you in the back. The mood is right. If I just had your number, I would let you know.